Hello, happy Saturday. Sorry, it's a skosh late at 11:02. It is Saturday, June 6th. If you are here for core, let me know in the comments how you're feeling, what's going on. Yeah, and let's get our darn core strong. That's be one way we're gonna do this life change moment situation. Today, you see my little chair of goods here. A pillow or a block. A chair is going to make plank more interesting today. You do not have to use it. And we can do attitude. That's what you're gonna need today. Your can-do attitude. Also, have you had water today? I have not. I gotta follow my own advice too. Drink water. Especially it was a full moon yesterday. We are beings that are majority water. So whether you believe in the woo-woo or not, science says we are majority bodies of water. So what happens with the moon phases? I mean, it affects the waters on our planet. It affects the water in our body. Drink water. So let's bring ourselves to a chair and set up here. Pillows off into the side. Bring ourselves, let's start on the back today. So just finding a safe articulation of the spine. So we have been pressing the low back to the floor, but can I find neutral action of the pelvis? I've been pressing my low back to the floor. Let me find neutral action of the pelvis. And just a squeeze in of the belly from there. So let's see about that today. Keeping that neutral action of the pelvis. And if you want to, I think we've done this before, thumbs to the ribs and middle finger to the head of the pelvis. Lift a leg up and not bending from the knee, moving from the thigh and lift and lower that leg. So if you're not feeling, I already feel this in my abdominals. If you're not feeling this in the abdominals, we really need to reassess where you're moving. Moving from the hip. And I can flex and point. And if there's a way that feels a bit more challenging for some reason today, the pointing of the foot feels like I'm really activating. So I'll lift and lower here. Keeping that neutral action of the spine. My spine is not moving. My pelvis is not moving. My exhales, I feel a squeeze in and a pull down. Let that go. Do the other side. The computer is just telling me about this. Lifting and lowering. Squeezing in. Notice if one side is easier than the other. Keep a neutral spine. Cool. Can you take that original leg out long, straight? Still keeping neutral spine. Knees are at the same plane. Push them together if you need to. Maybe turn the leg out, turn the leg in. Low belly in, turn the leg out, turn the leg in. Again, just trying to find where our limbs are in space and how to control them. Turn the leg out, turn the leg in. Not the other way around. Bring it back neutral, put that down, do the other side. Turn the leg out, turn the leg in. Cool, okay, can you leave that second leg up? Can you take the other leg up and then notice if your low back does all the work? Put it back down. I'm going to keep the low back from doing all the work. Take a break, push your low back to the floor, take the hands to the thighs, give yourself some traction. I'm pushing the heels of my hands into the crease of my hip and pushing the thighs away. Ooh, I just gave myself an upper back adjustment. That's fun. Take one more breath here. Exhale. All right. Let's warm up with that plank action, and then we're going to continue to make plank more fun. I did not bring my phone in here. Y'all, it's a time. So we're just going to feel out the minute. Is that a thing? Feeling out the minute? So it may or may not be a minute. Feel free to time yourself at home, at your leisure. Find your plank pose. You can be on the forearms if you like. Take the tailbone long, lift the belly up and in, squeeze the side waist in. Send the head away from the seat, send the heels away from the seat, and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower the knees down, circle out the wrists if you need to. Taking a round 2, if you'd like to take a fun experiment at putting your feet on top of your couch, your chair, something that's stable and will not move. Here we go. We do it. Pulling in and pulling up. So I can lengthen my low back, right? That affects the low belly. I can also affect the low belly to lengthen the low back. But can I pull the belly in whether or not I'm finding that length? Okay, so it could be a little curve. That's okay, a little natural curve. But can you pull the belly up and in? Okay, just being aware of how our body is in space. On the chair or not, plank. Round 2. Breathe. Drop the seat. Lift the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Take a break. Circle out the wrists. One way, the other way. Taking some roll-ups and roll-downs. So if you're on a weighted something and you wanted to put your feet underneath that weighted something, that is an option. Just make sure you're not cheating by just using the legs on the thing to bring yourself up. Slowly roll yourself down, one vertebra at a time. So I have a chair that's definitely not weighted. So what I'm choosing to do, and I can do 2 different things here, roll up, roll down. The more the knees are bent, the less challenging this action will be. Again, I'll maybe put that in air quotes, rolling up, rolling down. I'm taking my feet on the inside of the chair legs and pushing out to create some tension here to find some stability. So I'm getting some slight outer hip glute work action, outer thigh. Rolling up and rolling down. Keep counteracting the fingertips and the head forward with the mid-back back behind you. That will help. You could also take the feet to the outside of your chair legs, couch thing, whatever, and squeeze in, getting some inner thigh activation, which is personally what I need to focus on more for my body, is the inner leg line squeeze. The straighter the legs become, the more challenging it will be to take out that thumping action in the low back and articulate the spine. I'm going to do something like 3 more. 3, squeeze. 2. Last one. all the way down and all the way up. You can hold onto your thighs if you need assistance coming up. All right, taking your block or your pillow, whatever it is, doing legs straight or leg bent, tapping toes or heels to the floor and alternating. One leg, the other leg. Y'all, I haven't done these in a really long time, so it's gonna be intense. I'm gonna take bent legs. Okay, I'm gonna take bent legs. And then we pass the thing underneath the leg. I'm not just dropping the leg to the floor, which I could do if I need to, especially if you find yourself rounding the spine. I'm trying to keep tall spine like boat pose and pass the block or the pillow underneath. All right, here we go. Passing and switching. Passing, switching. 10, 9, 8, 7, lift. 5, chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the block down. Send the hands behind you. Lift the seat up. So we've pretty much every week been trying to do an all-around core experience, not just like crunches on the front body. So here from this tabletop, getting the hamstrings a little bit involved, stretching the shoulders a little bit, and with the fingertips facing forward, you're getting tricep strength here. If the fingertips point to the side, anywhere but forward, you're not getting the tricep action. Lift the butt up. Lift the butt higher. When we take this for round 2, we're going to take some actions with the legs. It's going to get really fun and interesting. Maybe you want to drop the head back. You should feel your glutes engaging. You should definitely feel the tailbone going long, the low belly pulling up, pubic bone going towards sternum. Exhale, slowly lower down. Okay, just taking and checking the time. Perfect. So keeping your implements close, taking round 2 of everything, maybe adding some options. Plank pose, ready, get set, go. So you can just hang out here. Hanging out here is just fun and fine. But what if you pulled the hands back and pulled the toes forward? So even just in this plank here, we can make the tension in the body different to make the muscular activation different. It's like I'm trying to touch my toes to my hands, but I'm not lifting the butt. You will feel your front body turn on a lot. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, circle out the wrists. If you felt that in your low back, you need to reassess and put the knees to the floor. If you felt that in the low back, don't do the chair option. Keep the hands, the feet on the floor, and maybe even the knees. Taking on the chair. Get yourself close. Make sure it's footed and not going to move. Maybe put it on a sticky mat. This is a little bit more arm and upper ab action. Breathe. 10, 9, PS, if your breath is really long, so it depends on how long your breath is, but taking 10 long, slow breaths is about a minute. You take a really long breath, like really long yogic breath, it's probably going to be about a minute and a half. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower it down, 1, circle out the wrists. Maybe you can get the elbows involved in one direction, the other direction. Giving yourself a flip, taking the roll downs and the roll ups. So maybe you played with pushing wide on your chair or squeezing in. Maybe you found one that works best for you. If you're squeezing in, getting into a different part of the inner thigh, I can flex the feet I don't know if you can see, I'm turning the toes. This is neutral, this is out, knees a little bit out, and I'm squeezing the heels in on my chair. A little bit different for the hip, so feel free to play with that as we roll up and down. I'm gonna be here for a moment. You can start with the heels closer into the butt and then work your legs longer, but make sure you are finding the low back to the floor. So now we are trying to round and hollow and articulate the spine. Come up tall. That was enough of a break. Exhale, slowly lower down. Squeeze or push the legs out on whatever you're working with. If you don't have a chair by you, you could use your blocks. You could use some weights, something that you could push. That's probably going to be a better squeeze. If you don't have a chair or something to push out on, if you have some TheraBands, especially the ones that are around the loop, or you could make your TheraBand a loop, you could squeeze out on that. You don't have a TheraBand. Okay. Do you have a belt or a towel that you could tie in a loop? Anything that would stay taut? And you'll actually even get more resistance if it's something that's not squishy. Way out, that's not necessarily for everyone. And notice as I roll up and roll down, so maybe here would be a great moment to have your chair or something on a slippy surface. Otherwise, your butt will have to do the moving. As I roll up and roll down, so now my butt is the foot thing as the legs are straight. And you'll notice, like, if you do this on a sticky mat, you eventually start moving in a direction. I just chose to be on the floor today. Keep squeezing or pushing into whatever you're working on, and then pause halfway down and squeeze or push. Hollow out the low belly and breathe. Lower half an inch further. Breathe. Bend your knees and hold onto your thighs if you need to. You could also use TheraBands or a towel wrapped around your chair. Option. Exhale, lower down. So if you're working on really building your abdominal strength, having something wrapped around the end that you can like slowly lower yourself down and continue to focus on the hollow and round would be really great. Hover above the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze yourself or walk yourself all the way up. Find a little forward fold. Pretty simple, right? But probably rather effective. You should feel some fire happening in your belly. Finding your block or what have you. If you really wanted to go ham and you are certain that your alignment is okay, and taking a weighted something in your hand. This is a 12-pound. I don't necessarily suggest a 12-pound weight, but if you had something that you wanted to pass under and through, also to get a little arm workout, we have, oh, the 8-pounders are right there. We do have a little 8-pound is a little better weight. 5 pounds, no pounds. A block might be heavy enough. Maybe you just use 2 blocks. And I'm going to keep my legs bent, but if you want to go ham and straighten the legs out, here we go. Passing under and lifting up. If you're using a weighted something, do not let your shoulders roll forward. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades down the back. Keep pulling the belly in. So you can add layers to any exercise and experiment with what you feel where and how. The more the leg comes closer into the face, the more the chest lifts up. Don't let the spine round. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever you have, hold it, even if it's just your block, and push it overhead. Maybe float the feet off the floor, any amount. 5, 4, even if it's a pillow, even if it's you're holding on to nothing, 2, 1, you should feel your low abdominals. They should be alive. If not, reassess what and how you're doing. One last thing, taking our tabletop moment, stretching out the shoulders, getting into the thighs, the hamstring, while still connecting to all the abdominal work that we were just doing. Adding a little bit of back strength. Fingertips press forward. Heels are right underneath the knees as you lift up. So if you need to adjust, you'll adjust. I take the knee into the chest. I straighten the leg. I point it out. Chest, up, out. 3, 4, 5. Other side. Bent, straight, knees together. Bent, straight, knees together. 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more. You got it in you. Chest, up, out. Chest, up, out. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Chest, up, out. 5. That's just 3. Sorry. 2, 1. Hold your tabletop. Lift the butt up. Scoop it under. Drop the head back. Breathe. Lower the butt down. Shake it out. Get yourself to some water. Thank you for being here today, whatever day you are watching this. Hit me up with your comments and your questions. And take care of yourself out there. This, for me personally, has been a very hard week to stay on all of my practices that help keep me in my body, that help my brain stay focused. So it's a practice for me too. I also feel my body shifting because things are just different right now. I'm not doing all of my jobs. So as much as you can, whatever your practices are, stick to them, do them. Writing, getting outside, doing the yoga, coming to this core class, whatever you do, try to keep it consistent. And if you don't hit it at the same time on the daily, let that be okay. Try again the next day. Let that day be okay. Try again the next day. Cool. That's how we build a practice. I'll see you later.